All right, this is technically gonna be the 11 count, but we're in the middle of a goddamn conversation, so shut up and enjoy this.
Okay.
All right, so you feel like you can't enjoy them?
What, the Patriots? I feel like I can enjoy them.
Yeah.
No, it's not that I don't feel like I can enjoy them. It's just I don't have the time. I mean, when I was working my bullshit fucking job, I had all the time in the world.
Mhm.
Like now, like I fucking teach. Like I just feel like I don't have time to do any of that shit. If my time isn't teaching, it's fucking resting.
You get it a little more now, right? Like the full workload and stuff. It sucks, doesn't it?
I'm sure I would have gotten it if I was full time in my bullshit job, but yeah, I mean, I get it. It's just, it's tough.
Mm. What's it called? Belichick. If he does leave the Patriots, where do you think he goes? Assuming he can pick whatever team he wants, where do you think he would want to go?
Uh, Giants, maybe.
Really? Why?
He's
Dear
always
God,
had a
why?
history with the Giants.
I know that,
He was always supposed to be Bill Parcells' successor.
but do you think he would want them with Daniel Jones?
No, he would get rid of Daniel Jones.
Do you think he would keep not Danucci? Is that his name, Danucci?
I think
DeVito,
I don't
Danny
know,
DeVito.
dude. It's something fucking
Italian.
Italian. I tie. It's some fucking I tie over there.
Jesus. His celebration is this the hand.
Blow me.
But do you think he would want to keep either one of them, or do you think he starts from scratch?
I mean, I think anyone who picks up that franchise is gonna have to start from scratch, at least at the quarterback position.
Do the Giants have anything good?
Saquon Barkley, but as time has shown, you never put your fucking stock in a running back.
Isn't this he's got a new contract, but I think he's already gotten injured, no?
He's been injured, yeah. He
Right?
uh he had torn his ACL like a couple of seasons back or a season back.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So why
It's
the
just
I know they paid him, but that's
you
stupid.
can't put your stock in the running back, dude. As much as like running backs are, I get it. Like they deserve to get paid, but they don't. What you can't do is give them a long-term contract with a lot of money
Mhm.
because running backs lifespans usually are like maybe
5 years.
5 really solid years.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say when that later part of the Patriots dynasty,
Mhm.
um, from Super Bowl 49 to Super Bowl 53, they had a really good deal going of having like three running backs going.
Mhm. But like, I always thought it was a mistake when the Cowboys paid Elliott.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was a
I
mistake.
I thought that was stupid. Like, why are you paying this guy money? Like, I get it. I wouldn't pay Dak. I think they fucked up paying Dak all that money too. But
I agree.
I'm just like, why would you pay Zeke all that money? He's going to get hurt. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah.
Every running back gets hurt at one point in their lives.
Mhm.
Um,
Remember, if
and
Zeke ever got injured during the season,
yeah, I
I
think
think he just
he
wasn't
tore his
producing.
ACL.
I don't think he ever tore anything. I think he just wasn't producing as much as he used to.
I remember he got fucked up.
Let's see. Siegel, Elliott, injury. Hand fracture. Oh, non-leg, but he did fracture his hand.
Didn't he also hurt his core at one point?
Yeah, wrist fracture. No, wait, no, that was pre-NFL. Uh, no. Honestly,
No?
no. He never had a significant injury.
Huh. I get honestly, I think it's the weight fluctuation and just like getting hit over time. I mean, after a while, it hurts.
Well, dude, it's like being in multiple car crashes in within like a 4 hour span.
Well,
And then doing
Christian
that,
McCaffrey, people thought that he was about to be done. And then he gets traded to San Francisco, who actually has a pretty decent O-line, and he's had like a complete career resurgence.
I didn't even know his career was done. Like I didn't know they were thinking about him like that.
He was getting hurt in Carolina, but it was also because they didn't have anyone to fucking protect them.
Fucking shit. Yeah. Jesus. Not technically wrestling related, but another question I have before we dive into wrestling news. What do you think of
Sure.
Jonathan Majors?
I mean, it sucks. Um, he got a not guilty on which count?
I didn't check.
Wasn't it the sexual assault allegation?
I know he got
I
guilty
know he
of
had,
the lesser charge of third degree.
yeah.
All right, let me let's see the verdict. Majors is found guilty on one count of reckless assault in the third degree and a charge of misdemeanor of harassment as a violation. But he was acquitted of one other charge of assault and one of aggravated assault.
That
So
was
he's being
probably that
sentenced to
one.
February.
I don't know, dude. I was seeing the story about what happened that she had saw that he got like a text on his phone of some bitch and she grabbed it and she was like, "Who's this bitch?" And I think that's when like he um I don't know if I guess since now he was found guilty, you can say he hit her.
Mhm.
Um but I mean it just sucks. Um I know like we were talking about should Marvel have already gotten rid of him? Should they hold on to him until the thing goes? I mean it's very um double-edged sword because we always want it to be well it's innocent until proven guilty. Like you can't automatically say someone's guilty if you start firing them and then you're automatically saying they're guilty. But you have like a fucking multi-billion dollar movie franchise riding on this person. So it's like it's very extenuating circumstances. Um it's already been for sure, right? That he's out.
Yeah, Marvel confirmed he is out.
Uh, I mean, the best you can do is just recast them.
What's called
Which I'm pretty sure that they were already like looking into.
So have you heard of his movie called Magazine Dreams?
Uh-uh.
It's the one project he still has pending to come out. And apparently, unfortunately, it was released to rave reviews at Sundance. It stars him as Killian Maddox, an aspiring bodybuilder who's struggling to find human connection.
Mm.
Um, Rave reviews, they said he'll probably be nominated for an Oscar for this film.
Woo!
Been postponed. So
Nice to know.
I don't know what's gonna go down.
Couldn't happen to a better guy.
I don't know if they're ever gonna release it, if because it was supposed to be released theatrically back on December 8th, but it was postponed because of the writer's strike and then the assault allegations. And
Mm.
Searchlight already bought the rights to it. You can't go backsies. At least I don't
Yeah.
think you can. So
They're
uh,
gonna hold on to it. They're gonna hold on to it until this blows over and then they'll release it.
well, they held on to that Jennifer Lawrence. What was that movie she did with Bradley Cooper? Not Silver Linings Playbook. It was a different one. They
Is it
held
the one where
on
she
to it
prints? No. I was thinking of the other one, the one with Bradley Cooper, Aloha, where they pretend to, where they completely recasted a Polynesian woman as a white woman.
as Emma Stone. Yeah. Oh, she's partially Polynesian. No, she's not.
Uh, are you sure? She doesn't look like it. But no, which one is it?
It was a
Is
Jennifer.
it the one where she sells shit?
No, it wasn't Joy. It was a movie that she did a long time ago that was really bad. She did it with Bradley Cooper,
Huh.
but they didn't release it for a while, and then she broke out success with the Hunger Games, and then they released it. It was like,
Silver
please,
Linings Playbook?
no, that one was critically acclaimed. See,
But it wasn't until after Hunger Games.
let's see, movie that was released after Star got big. Man, this is a great wrestling podcast. Maybe we should just talk about wrestling because I can't find it. No, yeah, can't find it. All right.
Serena? Is it Serena?
Yes, thank you, sir. There you go. Yes.
Dude, why didn't you just type in movies with Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper?
I was thinking maybe I was wrong and maybe it was a different actress. I didn't trust myself.
Fucking idiot.
But yeah, it was a movie that they didn't want released, and they waited until out like they weren't gonna release it. There was gonna be direct to DVD, but then she hit it big with Hunger Games, and then they released it.
Hmm. Huh.
So, yeah. All right, let's talk about wrestling.
Let's do it.
So, should we do an intro? Fuck it, we're not gonna do the intro. We already did the intro. All right. So, wrestling news. First big thing. Do you want to talk about CM Punk and his return again, or what do you want to talk about first?
You mean how he's just like all over the place?
What do you mean?
Like he's been on every fucking aspect of WWE, Raw, NXT, SmackDown,
Yeah, they want
teasing
that
that.
sweet, sweet ratings rub.
Uh, did you see the little segment he did with Shawn Michaels where he's wearing the fucking Bret the Hitman Hart hoodie?
I
Bless
saw how
you.
fucking awkward it was.
And Sean's like, nice hoodie, by the way.
It came off as awkward, man. Was it just me?
I don't know. I thought they were just trying to be funny.
I don't know, man. It came off as a little awkward to me.
I think
I
he
don't think
just
him and Sean
wanted
ever
to be
had beef. It
awkward.
just looked a little awkward. Like it was awkwardly paced. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
I think he wanted to be awkward.
No, I want him to break his foot again.
Jeez.
Um, but so he
So
officially,
what's the deal? Isn't he gonna be on SmackDown from now on or Raw?
no, he officially signed with Raw.
So
And
he's gonna be going after the World Heavyweight title.
yeah, so him and Rollins had this. Did you see the segment on Raw or no?
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm surprised they had them like go like this already. I thought they would wait till after the Rumble.
No, I'm not surprised. They're gonna have him go at it. They're gonna build this up until WrestleMania.
Who do you think wins the Rumble? Punk or Rhodes?
Uh, I mean, I don't see anybody else winning the Rumble. Will it be cliche if Rhodes wins? Yes. Do we want Rhodes to win? Yes. I think at this point it's not because we want him to finish the story. It's because we're just so fucking done with Roman.
Right, but is that a good thing? Like, we don't love Cody. We just hate Roman so goddamn much.
No, because I think people still want Cody to be champion.
Mhm.
It's just like the love for Cody, hate for Roman. Like, yeah, hate for Roman's starting to get up there because
Yeah.
Roman's just god awful and annoying.
He's just people were saying people brought up the fact that the highest rated segments on each show for Raw and SmackDown. For Raw, it was the trial of Sami Zayn, and for SmackDown, it was the trial of Roman Reigns. But
Hmm.
those were like 6 months ago.
Oh yeah.
This shit needs to run its course already.
It's just dumb, dude. Like all that shit of like Roman not wrestling on TV, just making real sporadic returns for horse shit. Like
For ratings pops.
it's just annoying and like he's not a fucking champion. Like the champion of a company is supposed to be the guy that you put your fucking money on. Seth has been more of a fucking champion than Roman.
Well, on like this whole part-time bullshit is part of what I don't like. Like I that's why I didn't like
Is
Lesnar
it
as
fair
champion.
to say? I feel like Lesnar was more around than Roman was,
I don't think that's accurate.
but I feel like he was.
Like I feel like
This 2 year
Lesnar,
run with the undisputed title, I feel like Lesnar was around more often than fucking
Roman Reigns.
Reigns.
I don't think that's accurate. I'll be honest.
But here's the thing, why? Because there was only one championship.
I feel like Roman was around more than Lesnar though. Like I feel like he wrestled Lesnar at the time would only wrestle the big four and like one or two other pay-per-views a year. He only had like 6 matches a year. Whereas I
Mm,
feel like Reigns right now is wrestling a lot more frequently, I think.
mm,
Even if he's barely wrestling, it's like, well, he wrestles a lot more live events, he wrestles more big shows. Even if we don't see him on TV, he'll wrestle like he wrestled Sami Zayn in Canada in front of a sold out crowd of 21,000 people. He's going to
mm,
wrestle at Madison Square Garden. Like he still shows up. It's just not always on TV.
mm.
Um, but yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I don't. Like, I'd much rather have Reigns, this version of Roman Reigns, over that version of Brock Lesnar. Lesnar was champion for over 500 days, but fuck, you never saw him. You
I
rarely.
just felt like they kept pushing Brock as the MMA fighter. I liked him. I liked his second run better. The Viking, hillbilly badass motherfucker Brock.
That, yes, that Brock, I'll take. That
That
Brock, if he was a champion, I would take that Brock.
that Brock was way better than the fucking MMA one.
What's the style of garment that when it's like red and black, but it's checkered?
Plaid.
Yeah, I would imagine him with a plaid WWE championship belt, and I would fucking love it.
Oh God, that would be hideous. That'd be like watching that fucking shitty eco belt that Daniel Bryan was wearing.
Hey, but it made a point though.
I
But yeah,
fucking hated
so
that belt.
wait, so okay, so Punk is on Raw. He'll probably wrestle with Seth at Mania. I have an idea. What would you
I'd
think?
say it's like a 90% chance they wrestle Seth at Mania.
Okay, what would you think if they did Punk versus Seth versus McIntyre at Mania? Triple threat.
I was thinking Punk versus Seth versus Damian Priest.
Maybe you're right, dude. I'm just not over on Priest.
Because people forget Damian Priest has the fucking briefcase.
What would you think if he cashed in on Mania and he made it a triple threat that night?
I don't know. I kind of like when the person who has the briefcase says, "I'm cashing in, and I'm gonna tell you when I'm cashing in."
Because there's not a
Like
fucking thing you can do about it.
like RVD when he cashed in on Cena,
I did like that. Yeah, yeah.
where he was like, "I'm cashing in my Money in the Bank briefcase, and it's gonna be somewhere where the odds are extremely in my favor."
Yeah, I remember that. Shit, that was good. I'm not
Because that
gonna.
was a good build. That short time span where they built that rivalry between Cena and RVD, this is probably some of their best storytelling.
Well, that's because the fans were so hot for it. Like we all wanted it. It looked
Oh
awesome.
yeah. It's
Um,
a fucking shame that we didn't get RVD versus Jeff Hardy for the WWE title or the ECW World Heavyweight Championship.
dude, I always thought Jeff would have been perfect on ECW. Jeff and Matt would have been perfect.
Oh yeah. That's why the Dudley Boys liked working with him.
No, but them working with ECW, like when they revamped it, come on. Imagine Jeff versus Punk for the ECW championship.
It's because a lot of the old guys on ECW had problems, dude. Like Sabu got and RVD got caught with what, weed, right? That's why
Yeah.
they cut RVD's run.
Yeah, just 3 weeks. 3 fucking weeks. That's all we got.
They cut his run because he got caught with weed. Sandman was a fucking problem. Balls Mahoney was a fucking problem.
Dreamer was
Like
probably the only professional.
who?
Dreamer.
Yeah, Dreamer because he's a
That man.
student of Heyman.
That, but also like he understood, like, hey, this is how I can provide for my family for a long time. I'm gonna stick around as long as they'll let me.
Yeah. So like I mean the old guys in ECW
Oh,
just had a bunch of fucking problems.
also Taker like Dreamer. There's a segment, maybe it was during the invasion angle where Taker goes for a suicide dive, and before, like when they're talking about it, Dreamer told him, "Look, man, I'm gonna be at the very back to catch you. If you miss all those other guys, I've got you." Sure enough, go back and watch the footage. Taker jumps. Dreamer's right there. The last guy grabs him and like almost pushes him forward so that way he still lands on everyone else.
Mhm.
Like Dreamer, like he earned Taker's respect with that one. Like, hey man, I'm gonna make sure you don't die. I got you.
Well, he's always been a company guy. Like Dreamer's always been a guy that you can count on. Even Heyman said it.
Yeah. Oh, even with TNA, which speaking of which, TNA is returning next month.
Oh, so officially total nonstop action
Yes, sir. They're gonna
with
do.
a six-sided ring.
I don't think the six-sided ring. I don't know.
Fuck.
Well, apparently they don't like the six-sided ring. It's harder on
I
the.
don't give a fuck what they don't like. It's the only thing that makes you different.
Well, yeah, they're bringing it back.
Like,
It's
like,
February 14th
did you
or
ever see
January
that
13th.
table with the table for three with Sting, AJ Styles, and Jeff Jarrett?
Never.
So they talk about TNA.
Oh, they left them? Nice.
Yeah, they talk about it. and and Jeff Jarrett says like the only reason he's like the six-sided ring was the only thing that got us shelf space at the toy stores. They didn't care about action figures, they didn't care about anything else. They were like, you have a six-sided ring, you have shelf space.
Hmm. Oh shit. If it makes something unique, it makes them unique.
Like Sting didn't like the six-sided ring. All the old guys didn't like the six-sided ring.
Yeah, because you got to change your wrestling style around it.
Yeah. It was all the younger guys that liked it. Like AJ was like, I liked it. I felt like it was the thing that made us different. And it was very MMA-esque because it was six-sided ring, sort of like a UFC cage.
Octagon.
Yeah. Like I like the six-sided ring. I don't know. That's just me. But I'm not the one wrestling in there. But it's just like that's the only thing that made you fucking different than everybody else.
Well, speaking of made them different in toy stores, tell me if you think I'm wrong in this one, because I sent you a message once.
Ring of Honor's dead. Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Besides that, I feel like AEW needs to do better at their public relations and showing them interacting with fans. Because, dude, I feel like that's one place where they're dropping the ball. Like,
Mm,
if you embrace families, I'm not saying go PG-13. Don't go that way. Don't go
uh-huh.
PG. But if they were to like embrace the whole like, dude, check out Moxley doing this meet and greet with his family.
Or
Or
like a Make-A-Wish fucking
yes,
video.
like show Darby Allin like skating with some kids.
Someone cuz whenever I like watch wrestling shit on TikTok, it
Yeah,
will fuck with my algorithm and I'll just see like a bunch of wrestling dorks like us bitch about wrestling.
yeah.
And one thing I did see that I was like, it actually makes a lot of sense. They were criticizing how AEW fans were sick and tired of WWE because it was just one guy calling the shots and the with creative. And now AEW has become that because Tony Khan is the one that's calling the shots with creative.
I feel like he was doing if it was just him and Vince, Tony was doing a better job. Now that it's Triple H, Tony is having to depend a lot more on his team to input on creative.
Well, it's also not just that. He also has two fucking companies, and he's obviously letting one die slowly, painfully.
What's it called? He like for as far as I'm like, do you know about the C2, the tournament or no?
I yeah, I heard it. I just
It's a round robin tournament. It's their version of the G1 climax.
yeah.
Like, I know, giggity. Um, but like that wasn't his idea. Supposedly it was Daniel Bryan's idea. He was like, why don't we try this? It's not a normal tournament, like because we've done
Do you
tournaments.
think it's iffy that he's letting wrestlers in on creative? Now, I'm not saying it's always a bad deal,
Yeah.
but it is always just like people will always be out for themselves in some way, shape, or form.
I think and I hope the CM Punk situation hardened Tony Khan in a way of like, I'm gonna be making the best decisions for my company. I want
Mm.
your all's input, but I'm gonna make the ultimate calls to what's best. I hope, I hope, I hope.
I saw another video where I was like, "Oh, dude, shut the fuck up," where they were like Tony Khan getting rid of toxic masculinity by by hugging his wrestlers. I'm like, no one gives a fuck about him hugging wrestlers.
I thought it was
He
nice.
it just proves my theory. He's just a boy playing with his guys. That's it. He is a he is the physical embodiment of a boy opening up that box of wrestling toys that he has under his bed and playing with his guys just in a live action scenario.
Uh, Speaking of playing with your boys, giggity. You want to talk about Mandy Rose returning to the WWE?
He's returning?
She might be. So
Well,
apparently,
she's gonna have to get rid of a ton of money if she does.
that's the thing. So apparently, rumor has it that she's been WWE has either approached her, she's approached them about a possible return. The big thing is though, is that she would want to keep her OnlyFans open, which
Mandy, look, we love you. We just can't have you spread gash on the internet anymore.
Jesus Christ. Well, apparently, dude, she said she did one interview right after she got fired, and she said I cleared more money
Yeah,
a month after she left than
yeah.
she ever
I'm
did.
not surprised. She was making millions.
Well, as I understand it, Lana, same thing. She made like a fans page or whatever, and according to Lana, she made more money in like 3 months on that page than she ever did
Yeah,
for contracts with
not
WWE.
surprised. Yeah, they are their own bosses. They're gonna make money, a lot of it.
What's cool? And I mean, you look at the bright side. She doesn't have to take bumps. Well, yeah, she doesn't have to
Well,
take
she has
bumps.
to take something else.
God damn it.
Don't laugh at that, Dino. That's fucked up.
Oh, speaking of bumps, Liv Morgan got arrested. She was
Liv
driving
Morgan.
intoxicated.
I mean, come on. The worst. It was weed. I think it wasn't even weed. I think it was a weed pen.
It was a weed pen, but according to the report, she was bobbing, weaving in traffic. Like that was the problem.
Oh.
Like she was like swerving all over the fucking place.
Well, put her in NA and Narcotics Anonymous. Get her get her all cleaned up, shine her up real nice, turn her sideways, and stick that some bitch straight up your candy ass.
Um, do you think they'll fire her, or do you think that it's like a Jey Uso situation where it's
No, she's too much money.
you think so?
Yeah. Dude, it's Liv Morgan. Come on.
Was she that big though? Like I liked her, but like does she move merch?
Yeah. And she's marketable outside of the ring.
I think she's married to Bo Dallas, if I'm not mistaken.
Isn't that what's his tits?
Yes.
Brother?
Yes.
Uh,
It's a personal lie, arrested possession, blah 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 blah. Oh wait, she dated Enzo Amore.
oh,
Ugh.
talking about
Why?
trash.
But why? I
I
think
don't know. I thought he was cute. Dude, Enzo Amore looks rough.
he's not well. Let's be honest, he is not well.
Dude, he has not fallen back. He's not like had a good second chance. Like even Big Cass has got a second chance. He's the
Oh yeah,
only one.
I was right. Yeah, she's married to Bo Dallas. Apparently, he got his real estate license, and they're investing heavily in real estate right now, so that way, when she's ready to retire, they're good.
Hmm.
Yeah, good for them. Fuck it, they're gonna be rich.
Wasn't Bo Dallas the Fiend? I mean not the Fiend.
Bray Wyatt's
Uncle Uncle Howdy?
supposedly he was gonna be Uncle Howdy. It's never been confirmed. Apparently, they were gonna do a Wyatt Six faction.
Mm.
It's gonna be Uncle Howdy, which is Bo Dallas. They were gonna bring back supposedly Luke Harper. I'm
Dude,
not
remember when we saw fucking Bray Wyatt's last
match.
pay-per-view.
His last match ever. We saw it, dude. We were there.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
Not just that. The fact that we saw LA Knight, who was kind of being treated like a throwaway guy at that point,
yeah.
and he was going against Bray Wyatt, who, unbeknownst to us, would be passing away within like what, 3 months, 3 or 4 months?
I think five. Yeah.
Like fucking wild. And I remember us the entire match was like, this match fucking blows.
And then
Well,
fast
one,
forward.
because it was hard to fucking see
Well, fast
in
forward 10
in the
months and
arena.
huh?
It was hard to see in the arena because it was in black light.
Well, dude, but also you fast forward 10 months and LA Knight like basically sold out. Not sold out, but he basically was the most over guy when he came to a show over here in Hidalgo.
Yeah,
Well, no, I'd say probably Raquel Rodriguez and then LA Knight.
not Hidalgo, Edinburgh.
Sorry, Edinburgh. I keep thinking of the Bert Ogden, not Bert Ogden, the paint arena. Anyway, Liv Morgan, Kenny Omega will be out because he got punk bitch ass
I
itis.
I thought he was out. Like I thought he's indefinitely like retiring.
Not definitely retiring, but he's out like,
Oh,
for the foreseeable future.
oh,
Because he got punk, according to John Cena, punk bitch ass itis.
what? Why did John Cena call it punk bitch ass itis?
He referenced diverticulitis to Brock Lesnar. He was like, "You got punk
Ah,
bitch ass itis." Like
oh, he
he said
got
that once.
diverticulitis.
Yeah, he told him like, "There's not gonna be any excuses for your loss. Not you got hurt, no injuries, no
Well, didn't people
diverticulitis."
always talk shit about Brock Lesnar for the diverticulitis shit?
Wasn't it out of his system? Didn't he, Brock Lesnar say he was 100% before a fight once? He was like,
Was
"Oh
he
yeah, I'm
ever really 100%? It was right before he fought Alistair Overeem when Alistair Overeem was taking all the steroids in the world.
fine." Well, either way, man, he called him. He still fought. I mean, Brock
Hey,
said,
as much shit as people want to give Brock Lesnar, he took it to Randy Couture,
uh
won the UFC heavyweight title, took it to Shane Carwin, who, if you're locked in a room with him, have fun being his bitch. Because if I thought anybody could beat the shit out of Brock Lesnar, it was gonna be Shane Carwin. And the fact that Brock Lesnar was able to get out of that first round alive and win back the title, fucking nuts.
Wait, did you really think that Shane Carwin would take it to Lesnar? Is he that good?
Shane Carwin was a fucking beast. Before Lesnar, all first round knockouts.
Oh
And
shit.
and he had hands the size of Lesnar's. Lesnar was the first person in the UFC to require special gloves because the XLs were too small.
See, I look at Shane Carwin and I look at him and I'm just like, he looks like you would want to call backup if you were going to arrest him.
Yeah. I think he was an engineer too. So he wasn't stupid.
He's just terrifyingly massive. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
But yeah, Lesnar made it out of the first round with him and was able to fucking beat him. And rightfully so. I mean, Shane Carman really blew his load in that first round.
Oh,
He
like he was
really,
going for a quick knockout.
yeah, he shot for the fences. And props to the ref, man. The ref could have called it at any time. The ref could have said, "It's over, it's over." But Lesnar held his defense the entire time.
Do you think the for the do you ever think like UFC refs are at some point are like, you know what? I'm not gonna stop this because I don't want to die. I'm gonna let them swing it out for a minute.
There have been some idiots that have sent that shit.
What do you mean?
Like even Dana White has been like, yeah, and we get refs say some stupid shit like, "Oh, she's a warrior. I wanted her to go out on her shield." No, dude, you're the fucking ref. Your job is to protect the fighter.
No, but I mean, like, do you think everything that there have been refs that are scared to jump in there?
More likely, but I think at the smaller circuits, I think when you get to the UFC, you've proven that you can jump in there. Oh, and even Frank Mir. Brock Lesnar beat the fucking piss out of Frank Mir.
Mhm. Do you
And the only reason he lost to him the first time is because of his inexperience.
didn't Mir get him in a knee bar or something?
Yeah,
Right? Okay, I remember that.
because of his inexperience, Mir was able to get him in a knee bar. And then the second time, Lesnar beat the fucking shit out of him.
Mhm. Mm.
Yeah.
Fuck.
As much people want to give Lesnar shit, the dude was a bad motherfucker that paved his own way.
Mhm. I'm not gonna argue with you, Jesus.
But
Uh,
back to Liv Morgan. Do I think the WWE gets rid of her? No. Do I think they make her do some sort of rehabilitation thing? Yeah.
Probably her. What was the last thing you mentioned? It was
Oh, how we saw Bray Wyatt and all that.
yes. Oh no. Omega. Omega's out indefinitely.
Oh yeah.
What do you think of Okada and Mercedes Moné maybe joining WWE or AEW?
Mercedes Moné.
Sasha
I
Banks.
saw Sasha Banks going back. I'm not surprised. Hasn't she been like injury prone since she's been in Japan?
Not injury prone. She had one injury. Like she wrestled one
Has
match and got injured.
it's been lingering or what? Or it's just that bad that she hasn't been able to come back?
No, she needed surgery, so she's been rehabbing it.
Uh,
Like and supposedly she's already been cleared, but she decided her and New Japan mutually decided to part ways because they couldn't afford to keep paying her. And she's like, I'm not gonna keep taking your money if I'm not wrestling. Like that's not I'm not cool with this.
mm.
So they just mutually split ties.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I thought her leaving WWE, I get why she left.
Mhm.
Want to try something else, but eventually they always come back.
Well, no. So the reason why she left, she walked out with
With what's her
Naomi.
face, the one that went to TNA.
Yeah, Naomi.
Yeah.
So they both walked out. And I mean, here's the thing, the main problem is gone.
Wasn't it 'cause- wasn't it because they were like treating the women's tag team titles like shit?
Yeah, they were like, so they were told initially that they were gonna have a long run with the title. This is the second time Sasha got fucked over with the titles. First time
Hmm.
was with Bailey. They were told, yeah, you guys are gonna have a long run with the title. We can establish it. We can rebuild the division around you two. And they're like, all right, we're in. They invested all this money in new merch, a new glow, new team, new everything.
Hmm.
Well, we're gonna have you drop the titles.
Hmm.
No, we're not wrestling the match. We're out. And they walked out. And that's when
Hmm.
they had Vince had Michael Cole say, oh, these unprofessional, Sasha Banks and Naomi, unprofessional.
They had a Stone Cold moment.
Yeah. A legit Stone Cold moment. Which I mean Naomi apparently is making good money in TNA, so good for her.
I'm sure she is. They have no fucking stars over there.
Let's see. But yeah, so
Who else are they gonna pay? Mickey James?
well, that's I I wonder if Mickey James is invested in the company. Nick Aldis is with WWE, so Mickey James could return again.
Oh, that's true. And I don't know. Okada. I don't think Okada comes over. I think he goes back to New Japan and that's it.
Well, he's hired Larry Bloom. I think that's the same Larry Bloom. He represented I think Roman Reigns. He represented Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks when they had to renegotiate contracts. And a few
Mm,
other and Kevin Owens, I think.
mm.
Um he's known for representing wrestlers in particular, not just with WWE, but with AEW and with any company. So, oh yeah, and I think Will Ospreay used them too.
Mm.
So, do you think Okada maybe goes to WWE or AEW?
I think he goes AEW.
I hope so, man. I hope so, but yeah, we'll see.
I mean, I think WWE makes a push for him, but I have no idea. I think he goes to AEW, but I don't know, dude. AEW is in such a I is it isn't there a report out right now that they're losing or that they bled like a lot of money in 2023?
Technically, yes. So supposedly, this is not a corroborated report. This is from WrestleNomics, the dude that
Uh-huh.
works there. No sources. He just said, "Hey, I crunched the numbers personally. By my estimate, they lost $34 million this year."
Do you think that's
Here's
true?
It could be. Here's the thing. They just had one of the biggest gates that they'll ever get with All In, along with all those
Mm.
purchases. They're selling more pay-per-views. As I understand it, Tony Khan, when they've asked him about money in the past, he stated any profit that they make, you don't see because he immediately reinvests it in the company, whether it's in marketing, higher contract payouts for wrestlers.
You know who that sounds like?
What?
Paul Heyman. And what
Shit.
happened to ECW?
I feel like though Paul Heyman's daddy wasn't a billionaire.
True, but Paul Heyman, for what it's worth, Paul Heyman, with what he had, really fucking put his blood, sweat, and tears into ECW and trying to keep it afloat.
I rewatched his documentary recently, actually, and I remember him saying like the company was running off of the stock market that I was able to get. Like
Yeah.
he was doing very well in the stock market, so he would pull money from that to help pay for ECW.
Yeah, like he lived and breathed wrestling
Yeah,
to its purest form. Like that was his fucking baby.
yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I think what Tony really needs to stop doing is stop pretending like he gives a shit about Ring of Honor.
I think he does, but I think if Collision, Rampage, and Dynamite were
It,
all on
th-
automatic,
this is the age-old question. Your two kids are hanging on the side of a cliff. Who are you saving? He's saving AEW.
I think at the time when he first bought Ring of Honor, though, AEW was doing so well, like it wasn't that hard. But now that
Yeah.
AEW is struggling, hey man, you gotta make some decisions. He should have fucking taken the deal with the CW though. He should have taken the deal when they first offered. Hey, we'll pay you 17 mil a year. Nah, let me shop it around. No, you dumb motherfucker, you take it.
I don't think anyone I honestly I cannot tell you who is a Ring of Honor champion right now at all.
Isn't that Claudio Castagnoli?
Is he?
No, no, it's Eddie Kingston. I think he's the Ring of Honor champion.
Jesus, I have no idea because
Yeah, currently it is Eddie Kingston.
and it's fucking sad that not many people know this.
And the fact apparently so when the tournament's over, it's gonna culminate in a winner take all match for they're gonna combine the Ring of Honor. So they're finally gonna get rid of some championships, finally. They're gonna get rid
Dear
of the Ring
God.
of Honor Championship. They're gonna get rid of the Pure Championship from New Japan.
They're getting rid of the ROH belt.
They're gonna combine all three and call it a Triple Crown title. So they're gonna consolidate
Uh,
three titles into one,
mm.
which I think is actually a smarter idea. Like
Smarter to us, but for like the people that love Ring of Honor, they're gonna be pissed.
the Ring of Honor Triple Crown Championship. There you go. Done. Done. We're getting rid of some of your fucking titles because there's too many of them. But whatever. But okay. Any other news you
It
want to talk
doesn't
about?
work. It doesn't work for Ring of Honor because they don't have the roster to have so many titles.
They barely have a dude. Their women's roster is five wrestlers, including the champion.
Jesus.
That's why she keeps defending the title against other people and other promotions. That's why you see her in New Japan with TNA. Like, I gotta defend this title, and you don't have enough people, so I gotta go wrestle elsewhere.
Jesus Christ.
Which I guess kind of builds the prestige of the championship. It reminds me of the old NWAs, but still, I don't know.
It's just, I mean, it does in some aspect, but it also like puts it down because I mean, like when Mickey James came out at one of the Royal Rumbles, I forget which one.
The last one actually.
Was it the last one? She came out with the TNA belt.
Yeah, no, she came out. Yeah, she came out with the was it the NWA or the TNA championship? But yeah, it was one of the other.
She came out with the TNA belt.
Yeah,
And yeah, like it shows like, oh shit, man, they're fucking branching out to other wrestling companies, but it's like they're not gonna go over. We all know this.
they're not gonna win. They don't have a chance now.
Yeah, like it's but yeah, there's that. Um I saw another video where they were making fun of CM Punk because you know how he's been hanging around NXT
Yeah,
and he's been like with all the girl wrestlers.
yeah.
It's like CM Punk doesn't like young talent. He just likes young ass.
I mean,
Because he has pictures of Cora Jade, Nikita Lyons, Nikita fucking Lyons. Like, come on, man.
oh god,
But I don't know. I just think it's funny because I don't think anybody saw it coming. Just Punk being in WWE again. Man, that's a real I fucking hate my ex energy.
I hope him and AJ Lee are doing well. I really hope they're doing well.
She stopped wrestling because of injuries, right?
I think she just lost the love for it. I don't know if I don't know if it's injuries, but I know she lost love for it. I know that.
I thought her back was fucked up.
I could be wrong. I just know that part of the reason that I heard about was similar to CM Punk. She got burned out because of the whole Divas Revolution, but then like you have all like the reality supermodels winning everything, and they keep beating me. So why am I gonna break myself for you?
God, that Divas belt was hideous.
The butterfly belt, the tramp stamp.
Oh, fucking hate that belt. That belt, the 24/7 belt, hate him. Hate him.
Oh shit. Yeah. So apparently she did do the crossover at Royal Rumble 2022. So not ours, the one right before.
Yeah.
First crossover of any kind between WWE and Impact Wrestling. She entered at number 20, and she was eliminated. She lasted just under 12 minutes, and she was eliminated by Michelle McCool.
Yeah.
But they
I
didn't
want to
know
say that was the same
Impact
year that
Women's
Michelle
Champion.
McCool came out of the crowd.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
I remember that. I just didn't like it.
Where like they call her up and she's there in the crowd with her kids and she jumps in the ring.
I didn't like it. I understand like they love Undertaker and they're gonna keep playing to him, but like
I
why?
just think it's funny that they that like let's be honest, Michelle McCool was never a fucking great wrestler
No, never. But she's
when
married
she
to the
was in
Undertaker,
the yeah. Like she was never a great wrestler.
and
The
that
only chicks from back in the day from when I was a kid that I can see now still kicking ass is
yeah.
Trish Stratus and Lita
I
and
was good
Victoria.
Victoria.
Victoria was a fucking beast.
I remember Victoria. She was fucking fire on that one. Oh shit. Someone just texted me. Okay.
What are y'all reviewing?
Wonka.
Dude, I saw that shit yesterday. Fell asleep through the entire movie.
No, I was gonna ask you if you want to jump on. Never mind.
Fell asleep through the entire movie. Darian watched it by herself practically.
Jesus Christ.
I was just there. Longest nap of my life.
Christ. Okay. Oh, fuck.
All right,
Yeah.
let me close it out. Thank you everybody for joining us for the 11 count where we bitch about wrestling. Please join us next couple weeks when we come back and we talk about whatever's happening in wrestling, or we finally get to the fucking Montreal screw job that ever eludes us. We'll see. Hopefully next week or the week after. But we will get there one day. Thank you everyone for joining us for the 11 count. I'm Fernie.
I've been Eddie.
Let's ring the bell.